some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And the Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Florida's offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Horned Frogs offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Looking to throw, it's Fox. Lost, the defense is wide open. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about it.
Turning it on! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
On the move, he fires. Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Makes the grab. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The inside handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking left. A strike downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Working that left side now. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight window.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Power football with the run. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Wants to go up top. Makes the catch.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. They'll leave it with the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Horned Frogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He's got his man. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Fox. Pulls it in. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations?
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Basically, everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Fox. Keeps looking downfield. He's got an open man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's...
Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And now on 2nd down for this offense. To throw, it's Fox. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Throws to the back. catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. There he goes. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frog. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Need. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The quick out. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Gators! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Fox. Dances away to buy time. He throws into the middle of the field. He's got it on the outside. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Floating away. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door.
Sneaks it into the end zone. And that might be a dagger. They've pushed the lead out, and they are now setting their sights on their 12th straight win.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Peppers. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Red pass, it's complete. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
So now it's 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Gets it to the back.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Quick spin on the run. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Right on the money. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give as they work on that clock. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Wants to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Need. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Need. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Florida! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put